Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We are going to talk about XRP, and once again, this is the 1 hour chart. We're sitting here just above 60 cents. For the most part, we're going sideways once again. And I know that can get very frustrating. You have to stay patient and stay positive. We are eventually going to start to take off. It's just a matter of time. Other crypto players won't last long. Many banks are currently using XRP at the heart as a bridge currency. She also goes on to talk about over 500 organizations. But why is the price of XRP not moving? Most likely because they're utilizing XRP at such a low level right now that it's not really affecting the price. Later, when everything starts to amp up, the price of XRP will move with it. But things take time. Ripple classified as a digital bank. I said it before in the past. Ripple is looking beyond payments. They're looking beyond tokenization. They're looking beyond carbon credits. I think Ripple wants to become a central bank at some point in the future, securing payment license across 31 U.S. states. That would coincide with Ripple wanting to become a central bank. But we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. All blockchain use cases stem from payments. Take a listen to what David Schwartz says here, because we always think of just bank-to-bank payments. But Ripple is looking at something much bigger, because now payments are also starting to evolve.
Enabling the Internet of Value. So how did we get to where we are today? I think a lot of us were inspired by Bitcoin arriving on the scene. And I think we're seeing play out a set of events that we've seen with other technologies before. When the car first came on the scene, there was the Ford Model T, and it was just a car that, just one product. And over time, as that product matured, it became modified to be specific to different use cases. We had trucks to carry heavy goods, sports cars, and we had lighter vehicles, and a whole broad array of products, all aimed at the same technology, but aimed at different use cases. And I think we're seeing the same thing today. We have this new technology, blockchain, and we have all of these different use cases that people want to apply that technology to: payments, securities, reconciliation, trade finance. You probably are well aware that we have this put everything on a blockchain thing. There's probably hundreds of use cases that people are considering applying this technology to. But one of the things that we noticed is that at the root of most of these blockchains is a payment. So if it's trade finance, when the trade is financed, there's going to be a payment. If it's security, the security is going to be purchased, there's going to be a payment. If it's lending, when the funds are borrowed, they're delivered, there's going to be a payment. If it's a smart contract, it's managing someone's money, there's going to be payments. So what we observed is that the main problem at the root of all of these use cases is payments. Good payments make all of these use cases easier. Bad payments make all of.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. You're going to see so many different payments that you never even thought were happening in the future. And that's what's really going to push the price of XRP. It's going to be a lot of payments happening all the time, all around the world at the same time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So because the price isn't moving now, later, when all of this is happening, the price is going to skyrocket like never before. Using XRP for fiat to fiat transfers showcases the power of crypto in banking. High-speed transactions reduce exposure to volatility, while liquidity providers ensure stability. Users transact in fiat, unaware of the crypto mechanics at play. And that's what I was saying in a video the other day. For mass adoption, you need to have someone walk into a store, buy something using crypto, not knowing that a blockchain is even involved in the transaction in any way, and walk out with that product. The banks are going to use it the same way. They're going to say, we're sending a fiat to fiat payment, but crypto is going to be hidden inside of that payment. So speed and timing. With XRP, banks execute fiat conversions rapidly, limiting the time for potential price changes. This swift process diminishes the risk of XRP's price volatility impacting the transfer. But if the value of that payment is high, the value of XRP also has to be high, or volatility will happen very fast. Liquidity providers. To manage price risk during transactions, banks partner with liquidity providers. These entities stabilize the cost of XRP temporarily, ensuring consistent fiat transfer cost. Transaction fees and XRP burn. Each XRP transaction burns a fraction of the currency. A minor detail for banks, but a factor for long-term supply and value. So as we see payments start to really amp up, all of a sudden we're going to see demand of XRP rise with that, because people are going to think at some point maybe the supply will eventually be diminished. So it would make sense to have banks always have XRP on hand in the future, driving the price higher. Large holdings and pre-funds. Banks may hold significant XRP or have pre-funded accounts in various currencies ready for instant settlements. This strategy reserved insulates them from real-time price fluctuations. End user experience. For customers, XRP usage is invisible. They're quoted fiat prices for seamless transactions while banks handle the crypto complexities. This insulates from crypto volatility, ensures customer confidence in cross-border payments. And that's going to lead to mass adoption in the future. And that's why I always said, right now, everybody's so focused on the price of XRP today. You got to focus on where XRP is going to be a year from now or 2 years from now, because the price is going to be much higher by then. Brad Garlinghouse presentation to the IMF and Swiss National Bank on XRP. Now take a listen to what he also says about leveling the playing field.
Competition because it requires capital to get it there. Our view in the future is you don't have to have this pre-funding, and instead you can use a digital asset to have global liquidity on demand. Now, we build upon a tech stack, an open source technology called XRP. XRP originally was built by some engineers who had seen some of the flaws of Bitcoin and the challenges of scalability around Bitcoin, where Bitcoin today, on a per transaction basis, it's rather slow and rather expensive. XRP is very, very fast, about 1,000 times faster per transaction and 1,000 times cheaper per transaction. The other dynamic, of course, of correspondent banking is some of the more quote-unquote exotic currencies, exotic corridors have been left to kind of stand on their own. And the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized and a level playing field. Ripple's vision from the beginning really has been to apply these technologies in the same way that TCP/IP and HTTP are the technologies underpinning the Internet of Information. These blockchain technologies will be the underpinnings of an Internet of Value, where we have connected devices, we have connected information that will allow payments to flow. And as Norman was describing, if you're a large corporation moving $100 million, that's one thing. If you're a freelancer working in the Philippines doing design work for a company in London and you want to get paid $30 or 30 pesos, Philippine pesos, that's not a transaction that can easily be enabled. And in fact, for the companies that enable that, they require the freelancer to set up an account, and they don't actually pay it out until there's roughly 1,000 USD sitting in that account.
And that's where, once again, on-demand liquidity would come in. It's going to handle small payments as well. People will be getting paid on a daily basis instead of waiting weeks or a month to get paid. And, when they talk about leveling the playing field, you could see how XRP is built for the new financial system. I'm going to do a video on the quantum financial system today as well. And I'm going to show you how Ripple can tie in there very easily. It's built for it. Major announcement: by the end of 2023, legacy systems that aren't moving to DLTs may start to decline. The relative cost of DLT will go down, while the cost of maintaining legacy processes will go up. They're going to force every single bank over to DLT at some point in the very near future, because it's going to be too costly to stay on legacy systems. And people still don't realize that either. They're always saying, well, some banks will always be using the legacy system, just like some banks will still handle cash when we're living in a cashless society. It's delusional thinking. Everything is pushing to digital right now because we're in the digital age. Ripple system with XRP can be implemented up and running within 2 to 3 months, including testing, and it can be done in as fast as 3 weeks. And that's why most of these central banks want to work with Ripple, and they want to get away from SWIFT. They see the value in Ripple compared to the value in SWIFT. It's going to give them the upper hand right out of the gate. Maybe they could steal some business away from the other banks as well. We've been telling you since day one, wake up people. XRP will dwarf Bitcoin and Ethereum. Banks are ditching old blockchain constructs, and they're moving on to better things like XRP. Now take a listen to this, because it shows you why banks are going to choose Ripple in the future.
Just a very concrete example quickly is anything on Ethereum you've got to pay gas for. The gas gets paid to validators. A regulated firm cannot pay gas fees to sanction.
A regulated firm will not pay gas fees, and that's why Ethereum will be left behind in the future. Well, the final countdown, how the next 7 days could mark the end of the financial world as we know it. Remember that everything has to go down first before the phoenix can rise from the ashes. The phoenix has a name called XRP. You know, lately I've been seeing a lot of articles where people are saying this is the beginning of the end. And I think it's because people are starting to realize that the current financial system is in a lot of trouble, and nobody's rushing to fix it either. In fact, it looks like our government here in the United States is pushing for the fall of the current financial system, because they just keep racking debt. People are racking debt. Things are going up on a daily basis. Everything seems like it's just ready to break down at any moment. But I see more and more of these articles on a daily basis now. I call them doomsday articles because they're full of doom and gloom. But if you're an XRP investor, your future is very bright, you know, because when the current financial system starts to break down and fall apart, you're going to get very rich from it. XRP so cheap at $1.85, bought 1,000 more. Thanks. That was on January 10th, 2018. Think about that. Now think about where we are today with XRP sitting here just above 60 cents. When XRP does finally take off, say it hits $5 and it pulls back to $4.50, people are going to be saying, well, I just picked up another 1,000 XRP at $4.50. There's always going to be a buyer for XRP is what I'm saying. You know, when it hits $100, there's going to be buyers at $100. When it hits $1,000, there's going to be buyers at $1,000 and beyond. And people always like to say, you're never going to be able to cash out because nobody's going to want to buy your XRP when the price is that high. Absolutely. There will be people lined up to buy it. That's how lucky you are to be getting in right now. And you know, back in 2018, when XRP achieved its all-time high, I know people bought the top. They probably bought at $3.83, right before it hit $3.84. And we're going to see that time and time again. And that's why when I'm making you videos and I'm showing you how all this growth is happening around XRP, I'm trying to point out where we're going from here. You know, we're not going to be sitting above 60 cents in the future. We're going to be measuring XRP in dollars first. Then we're going to be measuring XRP in double digits, then triple digits, and then eventually 4 digits and beyond. And, you know, you got to see the big picture now, though. You got to be stacking now. So later, when XRP is at those high prices, you only have to sell off maybe 10 XRP and you're good for a few months. You know, and maybe you don't even have to sell XRP. You'll be getting passive income from it by then. You'll be able to borrow against it by then. the future looks bright for XRP holders. But until it happens, you gotta stay patient and stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.